British ships that were attacked.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. How are y'all doing today?
Very good.
Well, honestly, folks, that was a bit lackluster.
Excellent!
We're about to fire a cannon. Let's try it again. How are y'all doing today?
Woo!
Thank you very much. Much better. My name is Tom, and I'm joined up here by Andrew. We'd like to thank all of you for coming on up to see not only the great view from our upper gun platform, but to watch us clean, load, prime, and fire this cannon. This is an 1841 6-pound field gun. Rather complicated name for a fairly simple piece of equipment, simply a cast iron tube that can contain the explosion of 20 ounces of gunpowder to fire a 6-pound cannonball, a range of up to 1 mile. That is as far as Round Island out there. Now, unfortunately, we will not be firing a cannonball for you today. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. But there are some very good reasons for that. The first is safety. You all came on a ferry boat, and I think you'd all like to leave on a ferry boat without being interrupted by a cannonball smashing through the side of it. Well, you have to consider, you have to put yourself in their shoes down there. You have to put yourself in our shoes, who will lose our jobs if we fire a cannonball out of here. So, the second reason we can't fire is that it would be historically inaccurate. Now, speaking of inaccuracy, this cannon at the maximum 1 mile range is completely inaccurate. And even at a range of half a mile or to the end of the break wall out there, it would only hit a 100-foot wide stationary target once in 3 shots. It's an 1841 model, which means it was 40 years out of date by the time the 1880s U.S. Army used it to shoot cannon salutes here at Fort Mackinac. And so they were only firing cannon salutes. This unfortunately was not the site of huge military action in the 1880s. Mackinac Island was actually a national park, and there were many more boats coming, bringing visitors just like yourself to the island to do things like ride carriages, or eat fudge, or go to the Grand Hotel, or come up to Fort Mackinac and visit. Much more likely to see visitors like yourself than invaders coming to the island. We have been at peace with Canada for 70 years, and so we only used our 40-year-old cannon to fire salute charges. That means we fire in the morning as we raise the flag to salute the flag. And fire in the evening as we lower the flag, also to salute the flag. We fired more shots on national holidays. 38 guns on the 4th of July to honor the 38 states in the Union. And even on some occasions for the arrival of visitors to the island. So we'll give all of you a cannon salute today. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. Enthusiasm was ebbing back a little. We'll see if we can get you back excited again. Now, we have a crew of 2 soldiers up here and need actually a 3rd volunteer to join us. You and the family. Let's come. It's so hard to pick. Come around, follow me back here. Now, what's your name, young lady? All right, Andrea, Tom. Good to meet you. Come up here. Andrea, can you give me a thumbs up? Here's a thumb tap. Oh, no. Are you sure you can do this? Good. Keep it up. Now, you see this hole? Right? I want you to put your thumb in just like that to cover it up. Keep your thumb in. Got it? You're going to move your thumb. Yeah, sure. Good. So, I'd like everyone to meet the newest member of our cannon crew. Her name is Andrea. Everyone say hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
She's doing a very important job called thumb stalling. She's using a leather patch to cover the hole in the back of the cannon, which prevents air from rushing through there and stoking up sparks that could potentially be in the back. That makes things much safer for Andrew, who is working at the dangerous end, the muzzle. So he's going to take a gunner's worm and use that to scrape out any solid debris that might have been left in there from the last cannon shot. If we find something, it's probably a piece of the bag that held our last charge. Now we don't want a piece of burning material to be in the back there. We also don't want that material to build up and make it harder to load the cannon, because we do need to load the charges all the way back to the touch hole or it won't fire. So we got out that aluminum foil left from the last shot, and it's time to switch to the wet swab. Wet swab, it's called wet swab because it has water on it that will first of all extinguish that spark left in the bottom, and secondly, thanks to Andrea's thumb stalling, will remove all the air from the back of the barrel, creating a vacuum seal, which you just heard collapsing. That means there was no oxygen and sparks cannot burn. So that means Andrea did a great job. Give her a round of applause, everybody. All right, take that back. Great job. Don't trip on the tail spike.
Thanks, keep me safe, Andrea.
So, now we can load in our gunpowder. Today we're using 3 ounces wrapped in aluminum foil. We use foil rather than historically accurate cloth because the cloth could burn and fall onto Marquette Park right in someone's picnic. We don't want that to happen. We also use a curved rammer to allow Andrew to stand off to the side of the gun barrel rather than right in front as he pounds the charge to the back of the barrel. Now Andrew takes a brass pick and runs that down the touch hole to poke a small hole in that bag of gunpowder. And then he's going to take a friction primer, our single-use ignition device, which is simply a small brass tube filled with fine gunpowder packed in there, along with a pin on top with a loop and a friction-sensitive chemical. Now when he pulls the pin with the help of a lanyard, the chemical will make a spark just like striking a match, igniting the gunpowder in the tube and sending flame down onto the main charge. Now I'll actually have all of you help me give the commands to Andrew to fire this cannon. This is very simple. When I raise my hand, you yell, "Ready!" When I lower it, what do you think you yell? Fire. Exactly, exactly. Let's try this just to practice and see if you've understood the instructions here.
Ready, fire!
Andrew, was that loud enough?
Not quite. I mean, I've been firing cannons all day, so...
All right, I think we can give it even more volume and make this sound really loud so Andrew is sure to hear it. This time it's going to be for real, so everyone please cover your ears. Very good, very good. And here we go.
Ready, fire! Is that loud? No.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a cannon salute. Welcome all of you folks to Fort Mackinac.